Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me again. Today we are going to be talking about tools. The tools to get you started with digital art. So you're going to start your art career, and if you're going to do digital art, yeah, you need some good gear. You need good tools, and they are important, and they're also really fun to choose because there's so many options out there, and budget is an important thing to think about, especially if you're a student or if you're just starting out. You need to make sure that the tools that you're getting are worth your money, and it fits as much as it needs as possible. So hopefully you find something useful in this video before you make your decision. So yeah, let's jump into it. So first, I thought I'll share with you the tools that I use. So okay, so the tools that I use. So I have a full circle digital art setup. So starting with, first I have a Wacom tablet. You can actually, I have it right over here. So this is a Wacom Large. As you can see, it's a little beat up. I've been using it for a while now. So I think I've been using this for like around 3 years now, and that's one of the tools that I use, and it comes with a pen. So it's basically, you get this, the Wacom pad, and you get a pen. So this is the large model. So it comes in three sizes: large, medium, and small. And this is the large model. This is actually part of my work tools. So this was provided to me by my workplace. So this is what I use to do all my day-to-day work. And secondly, I use this. So this is a 12.9 inch. Yeah, maybe you can see it better here. Yeah. So this is a 12.9 inch iPad. I think it's first generation. I bought this like around 3 years back. This is like one of the first iPad models to come out. But it still works great. I mean, I really do use it time to time. Like when I'm not using my Wacom tablet, if I'm traveling to my hometown, which I do a lot frequently these days, I this iPad is great. It it's the drawing surface is excellent, and it also comes with this one. You draw with this, the the Apple Pencil. The thing is, it is a tad on the expensive side, but from what I've seen, the quality is great. I mean, I never drawn on a surface that's close to drawing to on paper. So this is as close as it gets. Close as it gets. Yeah. So that's the second tool that I use, and so the Wacom pad that we saw earlier, it doesn't work on its own. It's not like an iPad, so you can't just buy this and start drawing with it right away. You need a computer. You need to pair it with a computer. You have to hook it up with a USB, onto a computer to draw on it. And I use a laptop to do all my drawing work these days. When I'm not using the iPad, I use this. So this is a workstation laptop. So it's actually a gaming slash workstation laptop. It's the Asus Zephyrus G14. I got this as a gift actually from my brother. This is actually, I primarily work on this these days because it has a very good graphics card, the RTX 3060, and I do game on it as well these days, and I use it for my work. So it's really brilliant. So that's basically my setup. So I have a laptop, a Wacom pad, and an iPad, and it's great, and gets all my work done. So that's all my tools. So we'll just quickly move on to what you're going to do. What tools are you gonna get. Okay, so how to choose the right tool for you. So okay, so I have an iPad and a laptop. So when you're starting out, do you need the same? The answer is absolutely no. So you actually need very little to get started. But you do need a budget, because if you're going to be doing digital art, you are going to need a certain amount of a budget. So I'll show you what your options are, and maybe you can use that to make a decision. So you'll just quickly switch to Google Chrome. One moment. Okay. Okay. So let me just. Okay. So now we are on the Apple website. So the first option that I would like you to consider is getting an iPad, because an iPad, from my experience, it covers a lot of things. So you can not just draw with it, you can also read a lot. If you're a person who likes to read a lot of books, the iPad is great. I just don't use the iPad to draw, I use it to read a lot of books. And if you're going to be watching movies, your entertainment, your Netflix, it works great. So the money that you're paying, you're getting a lot out from it. So I'm on Apple's India website right now. So the iPad, yeah. So basically, it comes in for my iPad. I bought it like 4 years back, but now things have changed, and there's a lot more new models coming out every year. So the first one starts at 71,900. An iPad Air starts with 54,900, and then there's an iPad, and then it's an iPad Mini. The one you want, make sure, I think you would be you have to be choosing between the iPad Pro and the iPad Air, because I think only these two models support the Apple Pencil. So the Apple Pencil that we saw earlier, so this one. So this pencil is what you used to draw with, and not all iPad models support this feature. So you have to make sure that the iPad model that you're getting supports these features. And I think on just the iPad Pro and the iPad Air supports these features. So rounded up, I mean, it starts at 71,900, but by the moment you add your Apple Pencil and and all the other features, it all like rounds up to a lakh, like 1 lakh. So the sizes, yeah, so there you have the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch. So I have a 12.9-inch. It actually was like 70,000 when I bought the first generation, but now the 12.9-inch has gone up to like 1 lakh, as you can see here. But it is worth it. I do like the big size, because you need to be drawing on a bigger surface, and I find a 12.9-inch is really comfortable to draw with, and the movies do look really great. So yeah, that's the thing. So 1 lakh, and you have your storage options, and 128 GB should cut it, because all your movies are on Netflix, and you don't use the local storage as much. So personally, for me, I find 128 GB is small, big enough storage for me. But as you keep adding it, it only keeps adding to your bill. So I would be really mindful of that. So yeah, so that's the iPad. Or you can also go with the iPad Air. Not sure. Yeah, iPad Air is great. I think it just recently came out, and it's much more smaller, and yeah, and it does have Apple Pencil support. So you can totally go with this one as well. I haven't personally used this one. I haven't used the iPad Air, but I have colleagues who are using it, and I heard nothing but really great stuff from it. So if you feel that the iPad Pro model is a little expensive, the iPad Air is great. So you can just go with that. The good thing about buying an iPad is, apart from getting a Wacom tablet, is that you get everything in one. When you buy an Apple iPad for a 1 lakh, you get everything. You get a basically you get a computer, you get a tablet all in one. But if you're gonna go with a Wacom pad, the Wacom pad is gonna cost you. So the large model that I'm using here, that one will cost you about like 40,000. And let's say you also need a computer to hook it up, and the computer you buy is gonna be another 40,000. So that it all rounds up to something around like 80,000 either way. And my even though and I personally feel that iPad works a lot better, because my personal experience from using this has been great. Like down, the battery still is great. It's been like 4 years now, but it's still the same performance right when I bought it. So personally, if you have that kind of money, if you're gonna spend a lakh on your on your tools, I would recommend going with an iPad. The other catch is, yeah, it doesn't have Windows. That's the thing. So Windows is great for a lot of things. But the main thing that I worry about when getting an iPad is the lack of software options. Like you can't use any 3D software on this. So let's say you want to learn Blender. Let's say you, apart from sometime around your digital art career, you will have to start using Blender. You will have to start pursuing 3D. And when that time comes, this one is not going to help you as much, because right now there's not, from what I know, there's a not lot of 3D programs for the iPad yet. There are some sculpting applications that are coming out, but there are no mainstream 3D applications on the iPad so far. That I'm sure that's definitely going to change in the future, but as of now, there's no such thing. So the only thing I want you to keep in mind is, if you are going to use 3D, maybe you're going to college to become a 3D artist. In that case, I would not go with an iPad. So it's best to go with a Wacom tablet and a Windows laptop, because that's when you can use ZBrush, which is a sculpting program. And if you're going to use any 3D software like 3ds Max or Blender, whatnot, you will need a Windows operating system. So this this laptop is gonna make a lot of sense to you, and that's the reason why I have both, basically. So that's why I have an iPad because I do travel quite a bit back and forth to my hometown, and just so I can keep working, I have an iPad. And when I'm using 3D and when I'm working on 3D, I use my laptop. So this is kind of why you need both. But when you're starting out, let's say no, I'm not gonna do any 3D work, I'm gonna be a 2D artist, I'm gonna draw, then no questions asked, the iPad is your best option. For the money that you're gonna be spending on it, the iPad is your best option. So yeah, moving on. Okay, let me just quickly switch back. Okay, where's my screen? Okay. Yeah, I'm just switching on OBS. So I'm using OBS to record these videos, and yeah. Okay, so the next one is software. So once you get your hardware, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end with getting your laptop or your iPad. You still have to think about software. Software, there's, as you all know at this point, there's there's plenty of options out there. So you have Photoshop, you have Affinity Designer, you have Procreate, you have Clip Studio Paint, and all of these are great. So I personally use Photoshop, Procreate, and I have dabbled with Clip Studio Paint, which is also great. But what I found is that it really doesn't matter what tool you're using. So because each software is more or less capable of doing everything. There's not one thing that you can do with one software that you can't do with another. So the point is, it's like a null point. So it really doesn't matter. So if you're gonna use Photoshop, go use Photoshop. Thing to note is that, so if you're gonna be using an iPad, I find that this software called Procreate, I think it's from Savage Studios. It's excellent. It's actually it doesn't exist on PC. So it doesn't come on PC. It's exclusive for the iPad, and it's actually one of the best drawing and painting programs I ever used. And I really wish it exists on PC, because in that case I'd be a full-time Procreate user. It's an excellent piece of software, and you can animate on it. So if you are going to be buying your iPads, I really want you to look up Procreate. It's a one-time purchase thing. It's not something like you subscribe a monthly subscription, just like Adobe Cloud. It's nothing like that. So it's a one-time purchase. Once you purchase the software, that's it. So you get all updates for free and all future versions for free. I think it's a great thing about the software. So really look into that. And as for your Windows system, so what if you're buying a laptop? So in that case, Photoshop is great. Photoshop, I think it's gonna set you back. So if you're gonna go with the Creative Cloud subscription, I think it's gonna cost you around like 1,500. We can actually just look that up. Let's just quickly look that up as well. So I'm not gonna leave anything to the imagination here. So let's quickly put that up. Photoshop Adobe Creative Cloud. So it seems like, yeah, you do have a free trial, and okay, so it's like $20 per month. Let's see if it's comes up in INR. Okay, what's 20 USD in INR? Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So that's around like $1,500. It's gonna set you back $1,500, and that's every month. So you'll have to be paying a monthly subscription of 1,500 every month. So if you want to keep using Adobe, but then again, the software is great. I've been a Photoshop user forever, like we all are since school, and I find all the paintings that I do, 80% of all my work is from Photoshop. Only when I'm mostly traveling, if I'm going to my hometown and I'm on my iPad, that's when I use Procreate. But Procreate is great. Procreate is absolutely great, and honestly it is way better than Photoshop for drawing. For your drawing purposes and painting purposes, it's a no brainer. So yeah, and okay, so what's the next topic? So that's that. We'll quickly just move on to the next topic, which is everything is the right tool. You can get started anywhere. So yeah, so that's true, because you don't you don't need to really trouble yourself a lot with this. Just start anywhere. You can actually just start. You need money, of course. You need to have a certain amount of budget before you get started, but don't it's easy to go on circles on this, like should I go with the iPad, or should I go with this, or should I go with that. Just start out. If you're just a college student, or if it's your first step, just buy a laptop and a Wacom tablet. And the Wacom tablet, so the prices I haven't shown you yet. It's basically the large model that I've shown you. It's around 40,000, and the medium model is around 30,000, and the small models, I think they will come around 20 to 15,000. And it doesn't stop there. There's an other, apart from Wacom, there's also these models called Huon and XP Pen. I haven't personally used them, but I heard really great reviews about them, and they're much more cheaper than a Wacom. But I can't speak for its life, because I personally haven't used any of them. Wacom, as long as I had it, I mean, it's great. Like, it really does the job, and it doesn't fail you at all. I've been using this like heavily for the past 5 years, but there's been no hiccup. I'm not sure if I can say the same for Huon or XP Pen and stuff like that, but I heard great reviews. So I would also ask you to look into that. And the thing is, yeah, it's just a matter of getting started. And if you can't afford 1 lakh, or if you can't afford like 80,000, there are some cheaper options available. Like you can go with a laptop that's a little like around 40,000. You can and then you can buy a Wacom tablet that costs you like 20,000, or you can maybe buy an XP Pen, or Huon, which are way more cheaper. So you will need a budget of at least around 60,000. To create a decent work setup. And apart from that, I have some more things to add. Um so, which is, what should you be looking when you're buying a laptop, or what are the key things to look for when you're buying a laptop? So the Wacom tablet, yeah, it's great. The iPad is great, but when you're buying a computer, let's say you're buying it for 3D work, make sure you have a graphics card. So the graphics card is really what's going to help you when you're drawing, or doing 3D rendering. So when you're using Photoshop, the process not doing the most work at all. All the work goes to the GPU, the graphics processing unit. So that's the same GPU that helps you play games at a really high frame rate. I'm sure if you're a gamer, you would have heard the word GPU and the graphics card terms and everything. The same applies here as well. Any image processing, video processing, graphics processing, it can be instantly improved when you have a GPU. So no matter what what's your budget, or what laptop you're buying, make sure it has a very good graphics card, preferably NVIDIA. So you can actually look it up on Amazon. There's like plenty of laptop models out there, and just make sure it has a really good graphics card. So because that's the one. Let's say if you're working on a Photoshop file for a banner, for a building size banner, which is 20 feet by 20 feet. Photoshop is not gonna won't be able to handle a resolution of that scale if you don't have a graphics card. If you don't have a graphics card, your computer might crash, or whatever you try to do, it's gonna like seriously lag. It's going to be super slow. So only if you have a really good graphics card, you can actually have the computer can actually handle those resolutions. So that's the only thing I want you to keep in mind. And the next is the processor. So the processor is something that you have to keep in mind when you're going to be doing a lot of 3D rendering. So when the computer's rendering, so when you hit the render button on your 3ds Max or your Blender, that's when the CPU actually gets to work. That's when all those complex calculations, it's much more done faster and better on the CPU than the GPU. So the GPU takes care of everything at real time. So when I say real time, as you're working, the visual feedback that you get. So if I'm scaling something, or if I'm moving something, or if I'm painting something, these are all real time things. As I'm doing it, you get feedback. So these kind of things are processed at the GPU. The CPU is the rendering process. Once my work is complete and when I hit render on a 3D program, that's when the CPU gets to work. And that's why if you're going to be doing a lot of 3D work, you will also be needing a very good processor. And that's when your budget starts to climb. It's hard to come up with a decent 3D system under 1 lakh. So you do need that 1 lakh budget. And I haven't even included a monitor. So if you're going to be setting up a desktop monitor, it's going to set you up to like 1,50,000. So that's why it's way more better to just go with an expensive laptop instead. So you get everything. So unless I think I covered most of it. I think that's pretty much most of the things that you need to know. If you have any further questions regarding specific questions regarding which Wacom tablet to buy, or which you want tablet to buy, plus you can just reach me down on the comments. And this information is already out there. There's plenty of online articles, YouTube videos. They really go in depth about which one to buy. Honestly, all of them are great. It's just a matter of budget and making the right decision. Just be mindful of what you're going to be doing with these tools. Are you really going to be using 3D? If not, don't buy the laptop. Just go with the Wacom tablet. That's the way. That way you're going to be getting more value for your money, and it's worth the buck. And if you are going to be using 3D, make no question, just leave the iPad and go get a decent laptop with a very good graphics card. So that's pretty much it. I hope you found this useful. I'll see you soon again with some new videos. Bye guys. Thank you.